the black man was the first. We don't record of this black man. We have a record of the birth of others except the black man. There is no birth record of the black man. He is the original or aboriginal man of the earth. And we don't have any, we say, the dated of this man's beginning of his civilization and whereabout. Because we once was with the moon, or the moon and the earth was together once upon a time, and cannot be a specific spot pointed out where that it actually took place of his building of civilization. But we do know, according to the teachings of Almighty God, Allah to me, that once upon a time that we had nothing in the universe but the sun. And that after that, why, then they made a star. And from stars to stars and stars and stars. And they saw that the star was essential to our well-being. And from that we began to make planets. And there is between the creation of the sun and the earth 6 trillion years between the two. And it is often referred to that the universe was made or created in the 3 stages, or we say 3 divisions of it. 2 trillion years to each. And the present moon that we have, which is now 66 trillion years old itself, or rather being in the position that it's in. It originally was about 36,000 miles from this part, or rather, when she was taken from this part. It was drawn out of the orbit of that, at that time, 36,000 miles, and that part that we are looking at today, it dropped from the original orbit 12,000 miles, lost all its water on this part. That's why she's without water. It's due to the explosion. At that time, 66 trillion years ago, she lost her water by turning over. She turned all over, and the water dropped on this part. And that give us then 3/4 of our surface covered in water, because we have the water from that part. The original man did that. He was the man, rather we say a god, a scientist, that brought about that explosion due to his dissatisfaction of not being able to have all the people he liked, and having them speaking the same dialect. So he got angry because he could make them speak the same dialect all the way around, as our planet at that time was something better than 10,000 miles in diameter, while it's around 8,000 now, near. And he getting vexed with his own wisdom, unable to do with the people what he wanted to do with them. He goes then and tries to destroy us. His aim was not to make a moon, a satellite for a planet. We had at that time, according to the teachings of God to me, Mars for our moon. It served as our moon at that time. What I mean, before ever this scientist tried to destroy us. And since he was unable to destroy us, we was lucky to come with this part. The people on the other part was destroyed, but we was lucky to come with this part. And we were called at that time the Aboriginal people, and we are the Aboriginal people today. And in the 6 trillion years before that time, in the creation of light and water, it was the black man.
And the black man has no beginning and no end.
No beginning, no end. And you can't find no history that will give you the birth of the black man. He has always been.
Well, then, since we have no beginning or no end for the black man, no birth, how do you explain, and what is your doctrine on the origin of the Caucasian race?
Well, the Caucasian race came about, as they are called, white people. And they were white people. It was made that. Caucasian is a name given to the quality of the man. Means originally weak bone and stale face. The person have a stale color and his bones are weak and the color Caucasian. But actually he was made white. This was brought about, we would consider just recently, to talking into billions and trillions of years. The Caucasian race, their birth is just here of today almost. That took place 6,000 years ago. A black man, he is the father of the Caucasian race. His name was Yaqub. They call him Jacob in English, but Arabic is Yaqub. He discovered in the germ of the black man that there were two people. And that in studying the germ, he learned to divide the germ. And he said, if I can take the germ now, this brown one, and separate it from the dark one, I can make this brown germ here rule the black germ until the black germ produces one that is greater than I. And he, being a very wise scientist, he knew what was coming in the future. So he says, my man will live for 6,000 years and he will rule his father. And after that, he says, then his brother will come from the east and he will eat my man up after 6,000 years. So this man discovered this, as I first said, according to the teachings of Almighty God to me, by the germ. And it still can be proven today that the black man have two people in him.